Hey guys, welcome back to the Pineapple Podcast. It's Monday, should be when this goes up, so we got a new guest this week, Austin.
Hello.
Hey, surprisingly, that is not the worst first words a guest has said. So,
What is the worst?
I don't know. Kaylee just laughed because she didn't know what to say.
I feel like Matt probably did something cringy.
Nat, read a math problem or something.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anywho.
So who
Yeah.
are you? What do you do?
Well, I'm Austin Wilhelm. I'm a cop. Just graduated from the Lubbock Police Academy, and just been having fun ever since.
Hey, pretty much.
That sounds
What
fun.
the most important question we have to ask you is, what is your favorite food?
My favorite food.
Favorite food.
Favorite food. Probably be Chinese food.
Okay.
That's like...
I like Chinese food.
Yeah, I like Chinese food. I don't know if it's my favorite, though.
I don't know, man.
I will cook fried rice.
Oh, yeah?
So I love fried rice.
Fried rice is pretty good.
I like egg rolls.
Same.
Egg rolls are great.
I like the egg, Chinese soup.
The soup?
Basically, just go to Dustin's
Egg drop soup?
Vietnamese. Yeah, egg drop soup's I like that with the
It's my
dumplings in
favorite.
it.
Yes.
That's my favorite.
Some places will put little corn in it too.
Corn?
I've never had
Yeah.
that way.
It's all right. It has a little bit of that sweet corn taste.
I think we're actually having that soup sometime next week.
Seems legit. You use those big fancy spoons that have a
Oh,
little
yeah.
tray that runs all the way up the handle.
Like at the Japanese restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not.
I don't like those.
Is Dustin working today? We should have just gone and had Vietnamese. Is close.
We're gonna take our podcast
On location
to his
Vietnamese restaurant so we can get ourselves some soup
We'll
and,
get a
and
food
cheese
review.
wontons.
Do a food review. That'd be fun. Yeah.
Nah, we'll leave the live tasting, eating food reviews to Rhett and Link.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we'll leave them to that. They're the experts.
Yeah. So, what is your Zach put hobby?
Hobby?
What's a
Yeah.
hobby you have?
Just stuff you like to do.
Busting criminals.
Well, that's
I
my
think that's
job.
the occupation.
You can't have fun at work.
Well, it is fun, but the hobby is something you do outside of work. Well, I've been in martial arts for 18 years since I
Okay.
was 5.
Wow. That's a lot of years.
Yeah. So
You
I
can beat us up.
Punching stuff.
I enjoy breaking stuff.
Okay.
Breaking
Okay.
stuff. Okay.
I do martial arts. I practice. I've been doing it since I was 4.5
You
years
practice
old.
every day or?
Not every day. I haven't really found, ever since moving to Lubbock, I've just been having to practice by myself. I haven't really found a place yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Growing
sounds
up,
fun.
I went to tournaments all over the United States. Was ranked nationally and in the top 10 in the world in 4 divisions.
Dang.
That's-
So what is your?
That's 5 more divisions than me.
What is your thing? There's karate and taekwondo and aikido,
Kung Fu.
kung fu. I don't know if I think that's a combination of different things. I don't really know a lot about it, but
I
you have
did-
a specialty thing.
I did it's taekwondo.
Okay.
I've done taekwondo. Just recently started doing some jujitsu because that's
Okay.
groundwork is most fights are going to go on the ground, especially
Yeah.
with cops. So you put people in handcuffs.
Yeah.
So I figured I might need to learn that.
That sounds pretty good.
And then
I'm a master at the Wii nunchucks.
the Wii
so,
nunchucks.
Yeah.
The Wii
There you go.
nunchucks.
Yeah. So.
I also I'm also a total geek / nerd. Play Magic the Gathering. And
Magic the Gathering.
It's a trading card game.
I got that.
And then Dungeons and Dragons.
There you go.
So if you ever need Dungeons and Dragons, wait, what do y'all call yourselves? Do y'all have a name?
For the fandom.
D&D's?
D&D. I don't know.
D&D something.
We just played D&D, Dungeons and Dragons.
Seems legit.
So all you D&D fans out there,
Hit up
you're
Austin.
not alone. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's gonna come back.
He said, nah, Stranger Things brought it back. Have we had this conversation before on here?
Probably.
I feel like we talked about it for some reason.
Maybe not on the cast, but I know
I feel like
talked
we've had
about
this
it.
conversation.
If you want to learn how to play, just hit me up.
Hey,
I do kind of want to learn how to play.
I kind of want. It
really
sounds
fun.
like it takes a lot of time, though.
Yeah, you do have to set aside a lot of time, but it's really fun.
Is it like? Do you have like a board? Like, is it like a board game?
You can.
You can. You can do it
can.
without it too.
It's a lot of it is theater of the mind,
Okay.
but especially for like combat scenarios, you might want a board and like little miniatures.
Yeah.
The miniatures are part of the fun of playing because you have your miniature that you pick out and play with, and then you can paint it.
So it's like
fun.
super personalized, I guess.
Yeah, you can personalize your miniatures, or you could just get a cardboard cutout miniature.
Yeah, you could do that too. So if you were to like
There
go
you go.
play with someone else, would you like take your miniature with you?
Yeah, you can do that.
Get like a fancy carrying case, like put it in like a necklace.
Some people do
That'd
that,
be
and
pretty
then some
funny.
people have these fancy dice. I just got.
Oh, I've seen the dice before.
I just got some metal dice, and they're gold plated. I got them for Christmas from a friend.
Well,
They're really heavy and really fun to use. I'm prepared to dent all the tables now.
but yeah, I'm just waiting to pick up the D&D Wii game.
What? Is that a
Started on
thing?
there. Probably not.
Okay, I was about to be like,
But then
that should
again,
not
there's a
be thing.
chance.
They have a lot of video games that are set in the worlds of D&D.
That's cool.
Like Baldur's Gate is a game that's set in Baldur's Gate, which is a city, and one of the main Wizards of the Coast is the brand that made D&D.
Cool. So
That makes no sense to me, but okay.
Yeah.
do you only play that game around Halloween, or do you play it all year round?
Play it all year round.
Do you know
I actually
what?
have a game that's supposed to start at 1 today.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's supposed to start at 1?
Here in
Yeah.
Lubbock?
Well, one person's here in Lubbock, and then the rest are like in Texas.
Wow.
How do you play a board game with people that are not in Texas?
Do you use,
Or,
like
There's
not in town?
Portal?
there's a website called Roll20, which has you can put like the board and stuff up there
Oh.
and then we use Discord chat.
Nice. I use Discord on the daily, so
There you go.
I've also done it through Google Hangouts, which is really good
Yeah?
because
I
you
could
can
see
actually
that.
see the person.
Yeah?
And
That'd
then
be
I've
cool.
done it through Skype too.
You gotta use that Google Duo.
nah.
But, so, it's not just a Halloween game, ladies and gentlemen.
All year round.
Yeah.
I wanna learn
However-
how to play now because it sounds fun.
While we're talking about Halloween, I hear there's a Halloween store at the White House now.
What?
Yeah.
Insert
Speaking of
transition here?
which, what's up with the government shutdown? Or
have
the
no idea.
fake government shutdown?
Supposedly, it's this huge thing about the border security. I don't know all the details. Just know that there's a huge disagreement in the White House right now about border security, either the wall, how to deal with illegal immigrants, and
With a fist of brass knuckles.
yeah, don't carry brass knuckles. That's illegal.
I didn't
You
say I was
will get
carrying them.
arrested.
What if they're an antique?
Antique, they're still brass knuckles.
What if they're made out of chalk?
If they're knuckles, you could.
So can I have like
Still hurt.
wooden knuckles?
Yeah, they're still knuckles. The way it's written down in the law is knuckles. So it could be brass knuckles.
Oh, it could be any knuckles.
Yeah, just
Oh.
knuckles. So like carrying like iron knuckles, or
Well, knuckles made out of bone and cartilage.
well, if they're part of your person, then it's not illegal. You can't be arrested just for having a hand.
I feel much better now.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
luckily.
Trying
Anyway,
to deal
yeah,
with
my
immi-
two cents
trying to deal with
on
immigrants
the government shutdown is if they're still collecting your tax dollars, they're
Which
not.
they're not.
The government is not shut down.
You said they're not?
They're not getting
If-
my tax dollars.
Question is,
Oh.
Is the government still collecting your tax dollars?
I would think so. I pay taxes still, so.
Yes. So therefore, the government is not shut down.
There you go.
They just wanted to have a nice Christmas break with their families.
They just
go
made
with
up an
that.
excuse.
Even though I feel like they probably do four times more work when they're shut down than when they're actually up and running.
Dude, they do like no work when they're up and running.
But right now, when they're shut down, then they've got to figure out how to get unshut down.
I feel like it's The Office. Like in every.
they only do
every
work
section.
whenever like Michael has to, like, corporate makes Michael fire someone. That's
Yeah.
like when they start doing work.
That's funny.
Otherwise, they're just playing like Office Olympics.
Trump's just like, this branch is not doing good. And then they're like, you gotta fire some people.
Everyone starts working.
Yeah, then everyone starts working.
Trump's like, hey, government, you're fired.
You're fired. Where's your soundboard for that?
I don't know. Every week I've had a Trump soundboard, but I deleted it because Zach and the other guest always give me crap about it. But yeah,
Wrong.
so China. We don't need a
Basically.
Trump soundboard. I am a Trump soundboard.
No. Anyway, so shifting gears a little bit.
Vroom.
No. Can you even
Go.
drive a standard?
I am a standard.
That doesn't make sense. I guess it's not really like a Bible topic. We normally do a Bible topic, but we're talking about how to make New Year's goals. So you put this on there, so I'm assuming it's like to be more realistic with yourself and just not to throw a goal out there and never achieve it.
But you
What'd you have in
also
mind?
don't want to like undershoot it or make it like too easy.
That's true.
That it's like March 1st and you like hit all your goals. Then you probably put cruddy goals.
So
I
what
don't
would
know.
you put for New Year's goals?
That is a good question. I should have thought about it. I guess we kind of talked about like early a couple months ago about like writing down goals and stuff. Pretty much whenever you're writing your goals, I would say don't shoot too low, but don't shoot too high. But also, whenever you look at your goals and if they don't like motivate you just by reading it, then they're probably not very good goals and you need to start over. So I guess just find something that you have like that you're motivated, you have like a passion to like accomplish this year, and that should honestly be all the motivation you need to get it done. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, whenever I would do like a New Year's resolution or whatever you call it,
Yeah.
I would pick something that I could accomplish in that year, not something that's like, oh, like graduate med school, because that takes many years to complete, you know?
Yeah.
It's not just like a regular goal, it's like a goal for this specific year. So,
I also heard a couple months ago at this convention, the speaker was saying that it's easy that we don't have like the time blocks that we divide our goals up into are usually like not how we grasp time. He said like we need to have like 10-day goals, 30-day goals, 90-day goals, and then 6-month goals. Because
Yeah,
he
I
said you
agree with
really
that.
can't see where you're gonna be after 6 months. So like making your year goal like January 1st.
semi-annually.
Yeah, well, like if you like January 1st, if you like make your goal and you're like trying to hit it in like next December or November or something, you don't know like what your situation is gonna be then, so it's not really realistic.
There's a lot of stuff that can happen in 6 months. There's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff that can happen in just 7 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You could get arrested for something, and then that just throws your whole next few months off,
That is
or
very true.
or longer.
there you go. But I mean, you could change schools or jobs or life. Stuff could happen, whatever. But they're just saying it's a good idea to make, like, besides like your everyday goals, just like 10 days, 30 days, 90 days, and then 6 months is what they found to be the sweet spot.
Yeah.
I'm a
From-
big fan of the daily goals. I don't really like the whole New Year's resolution stuff,
Yeah,
because like people do it and then they give up before February.
I haven't really.
I've never really done like a New Year's resolution
Yeah.
because I've always, like you said, done like daily or weekly goals. I've never
Yes.
done anything for more than like a 3-month goal.
Yeah.
Like a 6-month goal, I'm like, well, I don't even know. Like, I guess it's just to read the Bible every day for 6 months. But for me,
Well,
that's
something
just like
that
a
you want
weekly
to
thing.
accomplish by the end of the 6 month.
Well, yeah, that's true. But for me, it's like, okay, as long as I can get through like this week of doing it, I never tried to like write down through 6 months of doing it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
makes sense. But
Yeah.
so you're saying daily goals are
Daily goals are important. Like, you wake up, you have something planned for that day. Something you can get done that day.
Do you make your daily goal the night before?
Yeah, usually the day
Right,
before.
Yeah, I do
or-
it the night before.
That's
Yeah.
what I normally do too. So
So like,
that way when you wake,
I'm gonna clean the house. So you have the whole day to figure out when you can clean the house.
I usually have mine breaking up into like throughout the day.
Yeah, same.
But
I usually put mine in order. I have a whiteboard in my room, so like the night before, I'll write up there.
oh yeah, I saw that last night.
I do like, breakfast. Like not just breakfast, but like healthy breakfast. We
Yeah.
don't just like eat some crap. That's a goal of mine. Just like don't eat anything that's in the kitchen. Try to be healthy. Do my Bible study. Go to work. I just put them in order of that I have to do them, and I just check them off as I'm going along.
That's good.
So you use a whiteboard in your room?
Yeah.
What do you use?
My mind.
Your mind?
See, I tried that, but I
works.
keep forgetting about stuff.
Same. Especially with my work, that would definitely not work out.
If I did that with homework, I would fail.
I use Google Keep. It's just like the notes, and then because I like the check boxes.
Yeah.
And
Google
so whenever I
Keep's
do
pretty cool.
something, then it just like checks it off, and then it takes it to the bottom of the list, and it's like faded. So yeah. So there you go. New Year's resolution is to make your daily checklist the night before.
Basically, you have any
Seems legit.
suggestions on some things that we should try to do, like daily things to accomplish, besides like
Set at least one Guinness World Record daily.
set one Guinness World Record daily? Sounds like a dude perfect goal.
That'd be fun.
What was your question?
Do you have any like suggestions for good like goals to do? Like,
I would say read at least one book a month, a minimum of one a month.
I tried to get one every 2 weeks, but
Yeah.
that hasn't been happening. The
One
last
book
month.
like a week or every 2 weeks would be like in an ideal, perfect world. However, that's not realistic at all most of the time. So at least like one beneficial book a month.
I agree with that. That's pretty good.
It's important to have leisure reading and then constructive reading
Definitely, yeah.
and then Bible reading.
3
True.
different readings.
3 different readings.
I don't have like a pleasure reading. I don't
No.
really enjoy reading for
I
fun.
enjoy fantasy novels.
I enjoy listening to books, not.
Yeah, he uses
reading them.
audiobooks a lot.
I use audiobooks.
Audiobooks are great.
Yeah.
Shout out to Audible.
Use the promo code down below to receive 20% off your first purchase today.
Hashtag not sponsored.
But yeah, did you ever read Aragon?
Oh, I loved Aragon.
Oh, lit.
I've heard a lot about it, but I haven't.
I read that series so long ago.
It's real. It's very rich, and I feel like there could be so much more
Oh, yeah.
written about it.
They made like a trash movie about it.
Oh my goodness, the movie. No, we don't speak about the movie.
Hey,
It does not.
it wasn't as
exist.
bad as the Percy Jackson movies.
Well, those don't exist either.
Did you see the? Well, never mind. I'll save it for the movie section. I was
Yeah.
gonna talk about a preview.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, what's
Anyway.
up next on?
Other stuff. I put on there how to make the most of free time.
By planning in your daily list what you're gonna do with your free time.
Yes. Austin, what do you do with your free time? Or how do you make the most of it?
How I make the most of it. Most of my free time is just trying to recover from my work week.
Yeah, you have an intense work week.
Yeah, I work 12 hours. 12 hours a day, 3 days a week, 1 week, and then 4 days a week the next. And during those times, it's nonstop, just action moving. driving. Your mind is not at rest for those 12 hours. And so when I get home after that, I just have to eat and then just sleep.
Yeah,
And
makes sense.
just my mind has to be relaxed.
And then
So
during that week, is that what you do most of the time? Because you have to go back? Like,
Yeah. So when I'm working, that's all I'm doing is just sleeping and eating during my free time. During my free days, I usually just make a list of things that I need to get done every day, and then I do those.
feeding.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say feeding your goldfish.
I don't have a goldfish,
Oh.
sadly.
So what I was gonna say, like, making the most of free time is, for me, like, planning free time into my schedule, because, like, for me, there's always something else to do, and unless I put time into my schedule to actually relax, then I feel like I'm taking away from
Like
my
you always have, you're saying like
productivity.
you always have like school or work to be doing?
Yeah, like there's always something to be doing, like cleaning or like being productive. But I found that if I actually put into my schedule time, like say an hour just to play video games, like maybe a couple days a week, it doesn't, like, you don't feel guilty doing it because you've like planned it into your schedule. And you know
Yeah.
that you need to like rest and recover a little bit in order to do better at your other activities. So the thing that helps me the most is actually planning my free time into my schedule.
Yeah. People have different hobbies and interests and whatever. So I don't really like care what you do with your free time, just as long as you're intentional with it and you have a plan.
Right. That's,
So whether that is
that's right, yeah.
watching YouTube for 2 hours, as long as you like plan that into your day, and you like prioritize your stuff around it. If you, instead of reading a book for 2 hours, you watch YouTube for 2 hours, I don't have a problem with that. Just as long as you prioritize it into how it works best for you.
Yeah, I
So.
completely agree with that. Like, you can do whatever you want with your free time.
You can raise silkworms. I don't
You did that.
That's funny because our guest here actually did that.
I did that once.
We had to explain it to Matt last night.
What are silkworms?
That was great.
That
Shout
was
out to
really funny.
Subbum95.
I think it was 19.
Oh.
Yeah.
So.
They're interesting little critters.
Dude, I don't even know if I've seen one in real life.
Same.
They're like, they look kind of like grubworms.
How
That
big
sounds
are
Seen
they?
those? Hmm?
Grubworms are nasty.
Yeah, they're nasty. But like, they're not as nasty as grubworms. They're like caterpillars.
Okay.
Caterpillar version of the same color as grubworms.
Okay. That still sounds nasty, but okay.
I mean, they're worms /
Yeah.
caterpillars, so they're gonna be a little nasty.
Yeah.
Do they have legs?
Yeah, they have the little caterpillar leg things.
So they're not technically a worm?
No, they're not. They're a caterpillar. Because they turn into a moth.
Yeah,
Do they
so they're
have
not
the
a worm.
voice of
But why do they
Ron
call them
Swanson?
silkworms?
Surprisingly, yes.
Wait, why are they called silkworms
It
if they're
has
not worms?
it has like a little mustache and everything.
What?
I wasn't the scientist in charge of naming them.
That's... Why would you name
Blame Adam.
caterpillar a worm?
Blame Adam.
Because they look like worms. I don't know.
It's Adam's fault.
Is it?
Yeah. Adam from the Bible.
Oh. It's not the meme?
Nope. So, how much time are we at for this episode?
Like 24 minutes. I think we're good here for this episode. Sound good?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll pick you guys up on
I'm a
Wednesday.
doggy Shrek!